back to Ironclad RC. Today we're going to make an extension bracket for my rudder. I'm going to extend the rudder back, and I'm also going to show you guys how to make your rudder kick back if it doesn't already. So stick around, don't blink, don't blink. Get down with your boat, you put a new rudder on your boat, and you take it down to the pond, and it's not banking left. It's not banking left. It only does a right turn. What do? What's going on? So there's a few different things that could cause that. Your strut being too long and your rudder being too close to the boat is one cause. Your rudder being too close to the strut is another cause of understeer, or your rudder being too far behind your strut could cause understeer. So we're going to actually try to correct some of that with this boat right here. See how I rounded the edge right here, and that should let our rudder kick back. Put a breakaway screw in the bottom, we hit something, boom, it'll kick back. Won't rip the whole transom out. I guess it don't do good in a left turn because I ain't right. I got the bracket done. I got it threaded on this side, holes drilled. Just gonna kind of dress it up a little bit, clean up the mount while I've got everything off, and the rudder blade, and then we'll install it. I'm gonna install it on the outside of the blade, not on the inside, because it'll be too close to the propeller. So we're gonna go outside. If you're into RC boats and stuff, it's kind of cool to experiment with your rudder position close, far away, outside, inside. You know, with a couple simple little brackets on some rudders, it's really easy to tune. You know, kind of see what the boat does in different scenarios. That's kind of what I'm doing. You're learning. You try different things like that. You're learning, especially if it's a homemade boat. You know, I mean, you could do it with ready to runs. You just gotta. I mean, most of the time you get it ready to run, they're pretty much ready to go. But if you build your boat, you know, sometimes you run into problems. Sometimes you run into problems and you got to figure a solution out. And the only way to do it is just try different setups, you know, just like an RC car, like a racer. They would, if they're not hugging the corners in a turn, you know, or it's oversteering out of a turn or understeering out of a turn, spinning out of a turn, racers would do the same thing. They'll take and you know, try different setups. It's the same thing with an RC boat. You could tune your boat just by moving your rudder out, forward, backwards, side to side. It gives you different turning, you know, and at speed with your rudder angle, your canter and everything at speed. It's kind of fun to play with. I'm learning about how a rigger likes to be set up. So whenever I decide to get or build a full size rigger, a custom rigger, I'll know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. I'll have a little bit of experience with it because I took the time to experiment and try different setups. You know, I wasn't really mad when the boat wasn't performing perfect whenever I built the boat. The whole hobby to me is tinkering around, trying different things. That's the hobby to me. And that's what I like about RC boats. Like if you had a full-size one-to-one boat, you couldn't. It would cost you 2 arms and a leg to do something like this to a one-to-one boat, just to experiment and see what it does, you know. That's what's so cool about the hobby. You can build these things any way you want with a little bit of redneck engineering and ingenuity. Have fun with it, you know. So I had my propeller butted up to this hole here in the board, setup board. And my stock where I had it before was here on this mark. Now it's all the way to the back of the hole past the second mark, so I'm gonna say it's 25 millimeter from my stock mark. So let's make sure it clears the propeller here, and it looks like it is barely. All right. Alright, so it should kick back. When we hit something, oh, boom, it'll kick back, boom. Won't rip the damn transom off the boat. Mess up my rudder when you hit a turtle or something. Huh? Alright, so let me get a Teflon plastic breakaway nut here. Alright, that's how you make a breakaway rudder bracket. Also how you extend a rudder. You know, and you can mess around with different lengths. Get it out farther back, closer up. You can use little aluminum spacers like that to shim it up. Little 3mm inside diameter spacers. And you can kind of offset the rudder in or out however you want to set it up. You know, go around with rudder adjustments before I spend the money to buy you know, a rudder that's a certain length and it, you know, possibly not work. So you have a way to test it. So something to think about, something to think about. Kind of tight right there. And I checked it whenever if it kicks back, it shouldn't hit the propeller either. So we're in good shape. The little pond is all grown up with algae, so you guys might have to bear with me. Test out the extended rudder bracket, see how well it works, see if it helps with my left hand turns. I've actually been working on the torpedoes. I used the cork. I like sanded the cork down to make this one, and a piece of balsa inside of it, and I used the wrong kind of paint, so it's kind of ate the foam cork. So I'm actually going to use a Nerf dart, cut the tip of it off, put a piece of balsa in there so it adds extra flotation, the fins, and then these actually paint up pretty good. So I think I'm going to actually do another video about this because it's kind of time consuming. So yeah, look for that in the next couple of videos. I'm gonna make some torpedo flotation. So we're gonna give the new rudder bracket a shot, see what it does. Okay, so it's turning left now. Just gotta work that bounce out. Got to work the bounce out. Yeah, it's turning left. See that? Before it wouldn't turn left. Nice. I guess I am right. So it's turning left now. Good deal. So I extended the bracket, got it a little bit closer to the propeller, out of the propeller's flow of water, you know, spacer right here where these the breakaway nut is or something, or a spacer on this first set of screws, and get it out a little bit more and see if that helps. Whew, about got myself. Accidentally touched the trigger. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys out. And like I said, I'll do the torpedo, the missile in the next video. I appreciate you guys watching. Big B with Ironclad RC, a channel where we tinker, test, and tune everything RC. We'll see you guys next time.